So I'm having to learn things that I'm not necessarily, fond of learning, like statistics. And it's not a whole lot of statistics, but I mean, the basic statistics is cool, but some of the stuff and formulas and stuff, I'm just over it, But I realized that, excuse me, sorry about that. I realized that my path will be different, Sometimes you have to take a totally different path. Sometimes you're gonna have to learn something that you don't want to learn to get to where you want to get to. And I understand that, but I'm just at this point where I'm just learning and learning and learning. You're like, okay, you feel like maybe I need to take a break. And then you're like, well, if I take a break, then that's gonna slow me down from getting into my career, my field. I'm at that point now. It's total confusion. I don't know if they got a name for this in the IT world, but it's probably a combination of imposter syndrome and what the heck is going on syndrome and can't find anything. It's a lot going on. And then I have to look, I looked at the current job market, and it's definitely noticeable how a lot of recruiters put a lot of different things in these jobs. And you're looking at these jobs like, wow, you want somebody to do all that? To be all of that for this position? And you're not even paying that much. Oh man, it's definitely a challenge. But like I said, when I created this channel, I told you that I was gonna be open and transparent about where I was at every given point. So I didn't wanna do all videos about me being bubbly, happy, and everything just going great and perfect. I wanted to be real about everything. I wanted you to see what's going on. So I'm at that point where I'm learning a lot about being a data analyst. I've always enjoyed manipulating data. I love that part. But when it comes to statistics, I don't really care about that. However, I could see myself doing that for a good 6 months to maybe a year on my way to what I really want to do, which is like an ETL developer or data engineer, which is ideal for me. That's something that I would probably really find interesting. So who knows? Because, I could possibly get into the field of data analyst and love it. Or I might decide, might start off as a data analyst and decide I want to be a database administrator. I mean, the sky's the limit. You just don't know where you're really going to be. So I guess one of the important things is not to box yourself in. But that's just where I'm at right now. I'm just trying to piece it together and figure it out where I want to, where am I? I have to figure out myself where I'm at. I'm like, man, because I've been studying most of this year. I started studying for the first certification in January, started studying for Microsoft Azure in February, Python after that, SQL, and so I never really took a break. I think the most I've taken was probably a week between each certification. I took like a week break in between each, and then I got right back to it. I don't know. Maybe I need a longer break, but then I'd be, like, okay, if I take too long of a break, am I gonna start forgetting this stuff? Because I know when I started learning Python, when I stopped practicing it every day, then it started kind of like fading a little bit. And I'm like, man, you really, really have to practice every day. Now I understand why they say practice every day. You will forget this stuff if you don't practice every day. So this video is just about where I'm at currently with my studies, my thoughts, where Python and SQL and the certifications and all that stuff plays a factor into, this topic today. So that's just what I wanted to bring to you. I wanted to keep it real. On Thursdays, I will be having my SQL, short SQL tutorials on Thursday. So definitely keep a lookout for that. It's gonna start next Thursday. So look out for that. We're gonna be using Postgres SQL, but if you got SQL Server, you can use that. You can use whatever you have that's, a SQL database. It will work. And we'll continue with those videos. But like I said, if you have some more ideas on some things that you want me to do, don't be afraid to post them below. Or maybe you shouldn't post them below, because I don't want people stealing my ideas that's coming. Maybe you should